It's at least one decent meal every day. Tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa.
Honourable John Banks.
Mr Speaker, the hundreds of thousands of New Zealanders that tune into their crystal sets every afternoon at 2 o'clock, and the hundreds of thousands of New Zealanders that watch the telly every afternoon and are riveted to this Parliament will be saying to themselves today, thank God John Key, the ACT Party and the Coalition are this side of the House, and the coalition of losers are on that side of the House. And Mr Speaker, I want to thank David Cunliffe. I want to thank the opposition leader, David Cunliffe, or is it David Shearer? David Shearer on behalf of David Cunliffe for all of the publicity that he's had in the last 3 months, because it's more than he's had in his total time as leader of the hapless opposition. And so, Mr Speaker, also this afternoon we heard from the party that used to be known as Winston First, now known as TAB First. And I want to say thank you to the ageing leader of that party for making me feel so good every day. When I look at him, I understand how important it is to look after yourself for 65 years. Mr Speaker, also the Greens Party, the party that wants to print money, the old dudes and young fogies of the Green Party, all I can say, Mr Speaker, when I look at the leader of the Greens Party every day, is I simply can't understand why Australia is richer than New Zealand. When you look at the leader of the Greens Party, you say, how can it be that the great Australia is wealthier than New Zealand? Mr Speaker, the ACT Party has had a great year in this Parliament. No leadership spills. No leadership spills. No dissension.
A united caucus.
No waka jumping. And a united caucus. No waka jumping, no leadership spills, and a united caucus. It's called Stability for a John Key-led government. I want to say thank you very much, Mr Speaker, to all of those people that make this place tick. I want to thank the Speaker for his great role model leadership. I want to thank you, my old friend, for your role as Deputy Leader of this Parliament, Deputy Speaker. None of us can do our jobs without the officials around here. We thank them for the smooth running of Parliament. To my Epsom staff, Mr Speaker, where the member for Epsom works hard for Epsom every day, on behalf of the people of Epsom, can I thank my Epsom staff, Priscilla, Brian and Stein, for their great work that they do in the last 12 or 15 years. 20,000 constituent inquiries have been dealt with by that team over the MMP period. My Wellington team of Chris, Trish, Shelley, David, Clodagh, Mark, Ella and Louise, thank you very much to them. I was just reflecting the other day, Mr Speaker, how old I must be getting. I was in the 1990 Jim Bolger government, and now Jim Bolger's granddaughter works in my parliamentary office here in Wellington. And so it is a land of opportunity, and there is a place, as the leader for TAB First would attest, for ageing politicians to make a difference in this Parliament. Mr Speaker, finally I would like to say thank you to the ACT Party President Chris Simmons, my Deputy Leader John Boscawen, and the thousands of ACT Party members up and down this country. I'd like to also thank the Prime Minister for his generous consideration this year. I've enjoyed working with the Prime Minister and his Cabinet team on those significant Cabinet committees. I very much have enjoyed coming back and working with the Prime Minister's Chief of Staff, my long-time friend Wayne Eagleson, and I thank all of the Cabinet team for their support. Thanks to the people of Epsom and thanks to the ACT Party, we have no capital gains tax, no printing money, no Soviet-style housing projects, no Russell Norman as Minister of Finance, no 1970s National Awards-style labour laws, and we no longer have the world's most expensive ETS. That's what we don't have. This is a great achievement. But that's not what we're about. We've achieved much more than that. The ACT Party has introduced legislation for partnership schools. We'll give those kids at the bottom 20% a chance to have the dignity of work. We're pushing hard on the RMA. the job-killing machine that is stopping development and creating a tenant generation of young people. We'll have a much better RMA reform thanks to the ACT Party and thanks to the leadership of Amy Adams and her team. Mr Speaker, I look forward to 2013 as we have much more to do, and I wish you and everyone in this Parliament, your friends, your family and the wider community, particularly the Epsom voters and electors, a very happy Christmas.
I call the Honourable Peter Dunn, 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker.